what do you make of preseason in general and you guys kind of ramping up? Do you kind of feel like you guys are where you need to be?
I feel good. I feel good where we're at. I think the attention to detail since day one, the energy, the effort, the focus has been there. Holding each other accountable, coaches holding us accountable for the play style that we want to play this season. I think it's working well. I think everybody is bringing that energy and intensity from practice to the game.
Will there be a bigger load on you to carry some scoring, not knowing when Kawhi's going to come back, knowing that Dame needs that help?
I think just the opportunity to be a focal point night in, night out, and what that entails, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it's a bigger load, so to say. I think I prepare myself every year for the opportunity to be a guy that the team counts on night in and night out. So I'm ready for the opportunity. I'm ready to help lead this team in whatever way the season is asking.
I know that.
Are you interested to see how good this team can be?
I'm very interested. I think, like I said, and I think a lot of us have said it before, and talking throughout the media, throughout training camp and media day, people are counting us out. Don't think we're going to be a competitive team this year. And I think we're definitely going to prove a lot of people wrong, and people are going to join the bandwagon as the season goes along and see how we play together, the play style, and the talent that we do have on this team. I think I said it before. I think everybody's looking at different roles and what the guys had in the past, and don't really see the opportunity or growth in how guys' games can open up and develop with more opportunity and more responsibilities. Obviously, in defense, I think skill sets are going to come out to show that we have more into our package than what the roles have shown us in the past.
I know the focus for you is doing all you can to help this team win games, but you kind of mentioned it a little bit. You've been wanting this opportunity for a while to start and show what you're truly capable of. How big, really how exciting is that for you to be able to show what you can do out there?
I think it's just, I don't find it exciting. I find it like that's who I am. That's what I was before I got here. When I was in Portland, I was starting and doing my thing. Coming here, playing a role, fitting in what the team needs to give us the best chance to win. And that's the biggest part about my game, I think, has kept me in the league so long. I'm so versatile. You can plug me in on a night to start when guys are out. You can have me come off the bench. I can finish plays on the backside and not be the focal point. You can also put the ball in my hands and I can make plays. I think that's the versatility and my openness to accept different roles and challenges that come with that. So it's not really exciting, but I just prepare myself and I'm focused at the task at hand and ready for it.
When you play off James, obviously you want to do a lot on the ball. When you play off a guy like James, what's the biggest thing you're kind of looking for?
I'm just finding openings. He's a guy that draws so much attention. He's a guy that can put the ball on time, on target, and in tight spaces. So just finding opportunities to be in his window for passing and making plays. Especially with him getting so much pressure and focal point, alleviating some of that pressure and being the secondary ball handler, getting us into sets. That way he doesn't have to be dominant on the ball all the time. We can use him as a decoy, setting screens and off the ball to get him looks as well. So he doesn't have to do so much playmaking and everything. So having him get some spot ups from my transition push, or me being in the pick and roll, or Dean showing on the other side of the ball, I think it would be able to create some easy catch and shoot opportunities for him as well. So I think just playing off each other, knowing how we want to play, knowing where we both like the ball and the spots that we're trying to get to, I think as well. We've talked a lot during the game, off the court, and what we see and how we can be effective. So I think it's going to be good.
Norm, when you were on the court, did you find yourself looking up at the halo?
Not so much, honestly. I think during the breaks and timeouts or free throws a little bit, but throughout the course of the game, it's in a good spot where you really can't see it. But in those times you have little stops. You want to see the action and what they're doing and the interactions that they have with the fans and the little games that they play. I think it's definitely cool, and I know they haven't shown everything that it's able to do, so I'm looking forward to seeing all the cinema.
Why they holding out on it?
Because you got to wait for regular season. It's preseason, man. You know what I mean? You can't give you everything in preseason. So I'm excited for what they do for opening night.
Is there anything you have to learn about this arena as players? Whether it's the shooting depth on behind each basket, it seems to looks different because behind the wall versus the other side.
Yeah, definitely. When we first got in and got on the court for shoot around, definitely felt a little weird, like you said, with the depth perception. But after getting some time on the court, shooting and getting used to it, I mean, where we played in the last 2 games, I think we were able to hit shots, so I don't think it's affecting us too much. But definitely a little bit when we first got on the floor, just trying to learn the court, the rim, they're stiff, they're new, so breaking everything in.
Norm,
Last question.
on Media Day, you mentioned with some of the guys leaving in the offseason, you kind of viewed it like addition by subtraction for other guys on the team, step up and roll. What does that do for guys knowing that they can now get a role that possibly wasn't previously open to them?
Yeah, I think it just opens up like your focus, and puts a challenge and opportunity in your hands. I think that's the word that everybody's been using, what I've been using is the opportunity. So to have the approach that you're going to be able to go out there and play your game. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You got free range to be aggressive and attack and to make the right reads and see what the defense is doing. I think it's going to be big for guys, that want to take that next step in their career, for contracts or playing time or whatever it is. It's an opportunity for everybody to showcase their skill, their game, and their versatility. I think we got guys that want that. Guys have been fighting to be in this position, fighting to be in the league, fighting to get recognition. I think we have a group of guys that have that underdog mentality and want to go out there and show. So it bodes well that we're where we're at right now as a team.
Thanks, Norm.
It was miscommunication, apparently.
I was Mr. Podium right there.
Okay.
I love it. Thank you for talking to us.
What's up? What's up with y'all? Y'all good?
How you been?
I'm good. No complaints.
Do you feel ready for the season as far as a team? Like everything in that you guys want?
I think we're getting there. I feel like these preseason games have been good for us. Probably took some steps in the right direction. Still some stuff we got to work on, obviously, but definitely moving in the right direction.
Norm on Media Day mentioned with guys leaving, it's kind of like addition by subtraction because guys get put into roles that they weren't previously in.
Yeah.
For you, a couple years ago, that 21-22 season, Kawhi was missed the entire year. PG only played 30 games. Does it feel somewhat like that where because the full allotment of stars aren't here right now, guys can now play a little bit freer and into the roles a little bit better?
Yeah, a little bit, but I feel like here we've been dealing with guys out in injuries for the past couple of years, so we kind of already had a taste of that. So a lot of our guys are used to that, and it's kind of just stepping up when your name is called.
A couple of days ago, Brian started mentioning some guys that were really good defenders. Your name came up. Is that something you're going to lean into this season more than before?
Yeah. I think that's something that I pride myself on is defense. That's really how I got myself started in the league, was on the defensive side. I played 3 years in the G League, and when you're coming from that, they're not looking for scorers. They're looking for guys that can fill in spots and play defense. So that's kind of how I started. So I just pride myself on that. And every year, it's my 6th year. I've always prided myself on the defensive side.
As a guy who developed in the G League program here, how have you seen it help a guy like Jordan, who Ty was talking about last night, has really come along since he was drafted?
Yeah, I feel like we got a couple guys that came to the G League that made some great steps for us. Another guy like Jordan, 2 years in the G League. I played 3 myself, so just developing, getting more reps, kind of working on your confidence down there, and then letting it translate to the big team. It's been big for me. It's been big for him. So it's definitely been good.
Last night when we talked to Jordan, he said, all respect to the G League, but he feels like he's kind of beyond that level. Is that the kind of mentality you want out of someone like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, he's played 2 years of G League, 2 strong years. So you're trying to elevate every year, and a lot of the guys think he's ready. He thinks he's ready. So just having that confidence and rolling with the punches no matter what happens. But yeah, you definitely need that confidence to play at this level.
Have you had conversations with him about kind of don't get frustrated, just stay patient?
Yeah. It's highs and lows to everybody's career. And a lot of the G League guys always come to me for that because I've played 3 years down there. Now I'm here now, so just questions, conversations, things like that we've had over the past couple of years. But like I said, he's came a long way. Everybody sees it, and he's ready to make that next step.
What's it like playing defensive-minded guard?
It's fun. Defensive-minded guard. true point guard. He likes to get out and run. A great passer. Can create for himself or others. So anytime you get a point guard like that can do all those things, and he's fun to play with.
What's the point of attack defender like him kind of change what you're able to do defensively?
A lot. I mean, when you have multiple guys, that can guard multiple positions, including the point guard, it kind of just adds a little tenacity to the defense. Guys are flying around, running and jumping, switching. It just adds a different aspect, and it kind of lets us go harder on that side.
With JVG here, a couple of the better point attack defenders this year, I feel like there's a real strong emphasis on defense this year, maybe.
Oh yeah. As you guys can see, some of these practices is mostly defense. JVG brings a great aspect, some new principles, but I feel like we're getting after it on that side. Learning a new system a little bit, but it's been seeming to work so far, and just getting used to the new system now.
Thanks, man.
All good. Yeah.
You're telling me about this room?
I know.
It's a lot of rooms in here, man. Keep
Ty, with Kawhi out for however long it's going to be, James is presumably going to need to take on a pretty large responsibility, whether that just be scoring minutes or whatever it is. How do you navigate keeping him fresh throughout the course of the season at this stage of his career, while also understanding what you need from him with Kawhi out?
Yeah, we got to be smart about it. We've been talking about it, meeting about it, and just making sure we don't run him in the ground. And when you lose, a caliber player like, Kawhi, to start, you can see yourself playing James, way more minutes than we need to. And so we just got to make sure we keep him healthy, make sure we're doing a smart thing. And we're working on that right now, just as far as minutes and, what we try to have him, to start the season.
What have those conversations been like with him? It's obviously him as a competitor.
I ain't told him yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't told him yet. He thinks he can play 48, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier said than done. You said that last year. You wanted him to play all of them.
I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. You want guys that want to play all of them, but we got to make sure we protect him from himself, make sure that we're not running him into the ground, and, being smart about it.
With KPJ, I know that he's been a fixture in the rotation in preseason.
Say it again?
So with KPJ, he's been a fixture of your rotation in preseason. With whatever happens with the league, whatever decide, are you anticipating having to adjust that at the beginning of the season with him?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the league's going to do. So we're just preparing, like he's playing right now. So he's been good. He's starting to figure it out. We're understanding who he is and how he likes to play, where he wants the ball, and we got to just continue to keep building him up. Making sure that he's making the right play when he's getting to the paint. Making guys better. We also need him to score the basketball.
Are there guard duos that you have you seen all the guard kind of tandems that you like, or
yes, I
you want
have.
to try?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You seen ones that you don't like either?
I like it. I like it.
You mentioned in the past that you try not to mentally feel like I'm explaining this wrong. You've said before, I should say, that you never feel like you're fully ready for the season to begin. Like you never put in everything that you wanted to put in. Do you feel like that?
As a coach, you just always feel like you're behind. How much to add offensively when you got 5 new guys. How much. Well, defensively, you're always going to be ahead of the curve because defense is defense, and then offensively, just understanding timing, the spacing. First, second, third option. It takes a while to get that, but our guys have picked up stuff pretty well. I don't want to. Overcrowd their brains. So I want to make sure we simplify it, but make sure we also have the right stuff in that we can execute.
Well, you mentioned you want to overcrowd their brain. How tough is that for you, though? Where not to throw too much at them too soon?
For me, it's just whatever we're good at. It don't really matter. You throw a lot out early to see what works, what sticks, and if it doesn't work for your team and for your personnel, then you kind of adjust and move on to something else. You kind of pivot and go the other direction. So we got a lot of stuff in now. We still got stuff we can add, but right now I'm comfortable with what we have in.
Sorry, the past 5 years with PG and Kawhi fully healthy, expectations were high. No PG, don't know when Kawhi's coming back. What are expectations this season?
Our expectations is always high to win. We have a great group of guys. We got guys that play hard, compete. We got offensive guys. And so, we step on the floor, we prepared to win, and we want to win. So, with PG being gone, with Kawhi being out right now, we still feel like we have enough, and I do believe that.
Do you put more expectations on yourself, pressure for yourself to kind of push them a little bit more?
Yeah, always. I always feel like, every year I want to be better. I want to get better every single year. And, I put the pressure on myself to be good and be better and make sure our team, we have success, and that's my job.
Jordan said last night that he wants to prove that he's not a G League player, that he's an NBA player. Do you feel like he's done that already?
Yes, he has. I mean, he's definitely matured a lot. His game has matured. He's done a great job, like I said, just putting in the work every single day. Going down to the G League, I think last year was really good for him. I know as a young player, you don't like that, but I think Paul Hewitt did a really good job with just, working with him, getting him developed to be what he is today. And, got to give Jordan credit. He's done a good job putting that work in.
I know you got a lot of guys who can play, but do you see a pathway to rotation minutes for him to start the season?
We'll see. Still trying to figure that part out. I think, if I put him in the game, I do have confidence and trust in him. That he can play and he can get things done. So we'll see going forward.
We learned about, specifically here, about the balance of trying to pursue winning while also developing youth. Those don't always go hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, we have veteran guys that can play, and we have young guys that can play. And so, whatever the best fit is for our team to win games, that's who we're going to play. I'm not really looking at, we want to develop guys. Like, we want to win, and so those guys like Kobe and Jordan can take that step forward to play and help us win games, and they'll play.
I don't need to be obvious about it.
Is that good or not?
No, it sounds like it minimizes player development. No, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I don't want to sound like you're diminishing, like not, prioritizing developing guys, but that's kind of what it sounds like. We're prioritizing winning over developing guys. Is that what I'm understanding?
I don't know what you're trying to ask.
Are you prioritizing winning over developing guys?
I mean, I think, guys have developed. They're good players now. I mean, so if they're good enough to be in our rotation to play, help us win games, like, we're trying to win. So if it's a veteran guy that can't play, then he can't play. Like, we're trying to win. Like, so that's my main objective.
I don't mean to be obvious about this, but you've always had like a 9-man rotation for the most part. You say you want to expand it a bit to 10. What is the biggest challenge besides, again, just minutes and everything? Like, what goes into that decision to go 10?
I think early in the season, playing 10 guys, some guys get their legs, getting game shape, getting better game shape. And then you can kind of feel, like your rotations, and who can play. Like, which out of those 10 guys, like which guys can play. If you want to cut your rotation down to a 9-man rotation, you can kind of see and get a feel for that.
Do you think it makes it easier for those guys from a positional standpoint to know that, okay, like, I'm going to look at what's happening with the first string, and then I'm going to come in and try and reduplicate that, or how do you kind of?
Yeah, well, it's different because, in the preseason, we kind of went 5 and 5 at times because we was playing, some guys that's just the first half, so their minutes.
Some hockey subs.
Yeah, some hockey subs. And so we just had to do that. But, like, in the course of a game, like, when the season starts, we won't be 7 and 5 and 5. So it'd be guys mixed in to try to see what our rotation looks like, kind of see who fits with who, and then just go from there.
So who's going to be your starting 5 on Wednesday night?
I told you already.
I forgot.
You forgot?
I'm using your line. I forgot.
T-Man, James, Norm, DJ, and Zoo.
Who's DJ, man?
Derek Jones Jr.
They got names, Tom. Give them names.
All right, Derek Jones Jr.
Who's T-Man?
Terrence Mann.
Okay, thank you.
Is this your comfort zone, though?
Huh?
Is this your comfort zone where people kind of overlook your team right now going into the season?
No, I ain't in the position I've usually been in. In Cleveland for 4 years, like, we was expected to win. When I took over PG and Kawhi, we expected to win. So, it's not a position I'm comfortable being in. But like I said, we're gonna compete. We play hard, compete. We're gonna win games. So that's gonna be our main objective.
We always ask about Kawhi, but is Mo any closer to getting on the floor as far as practice?
Yeah, he's progressing. I'm not sure when he's gonna be on the floor, the timetable, but he is progressing. He's doing more. We just got to see when he's gonna be able to get on the floor. Thank you.
Anytime.